Okay, guys. Interestingly, just me. You guys asked to only hear from your favorite twin, and here I am. So it's up to you to guess which twin this is. I'm just kidding. Corey is busy baking today, I guess. So she said, if you do the podcast by yourself, I will give you free cookies, and I'm not one to say no to that. Anyway, this is Heather. You can tell by my sultry voice that it is this twin, but I am doing this podcast by myself. So you're going to have to deal with kind of like which one? Where she goes and he said, don't pay attention to the person behind I'm the person behind the curtain. Anyway, so welcome to the Baking It Down podcast. This is season 2, episode 19, which means season 2, episode 20 is next, which means after that, it is finally season 3 for no apparent reason. It's just when I decided to change the season. So exciting, right? What you got here is the intro. And then typically what we do is a marketing minutes, which is more marketing, and then the business of baking, which is kind of more business theory. We talk about the Cookie College, a course that we offered, and I go through voicemails, group stuff, Twinterest, and sponsors. But since it's only me, we're going to do this a little bit differently because I know you guys wanted to know my life story, and I wanted to tell that to you. I'm absolutely just kidding. I was born and Corey came after me, and then it's been a bumpy ride ever since. But what we're going to do is a lot of you called into our birthday and sent in text, so I'm definitely going to make you guys listen to each other. I loved it. But I'm going to feature the Black Friday vendor blender that is this coming Friday. So if you are listening to this midsummer, you are behind about 6 months. Don't worry about it. You'll get caught up. But it is 11/23, November 23rd today. But on November 26th, we have the Black Friday vendor blender. It's the first time we're ever doing this. So I'm going to explain what it is. And then I'm going to read a list of 35 vendors who are offering you guys at least 20% off or more, and many of them came back to create a door prize as well. So, whoa, win, win, win. The Black Friday vendor blender starts at midnight Eastern Standard. East Coast is the best coast. I'm just kidding. It starts at midnight and Eastern Standard Time on 11/26. So clock strikes midnight. I let in all the pending members. Right now we're at 3,000. I'd assume we get closer to about 3,500 the day of the event, which is a lot of people ready to buy stuff. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love your vibe. Then the group sits live for 24 hours where we have all the vendors kind of doing a virtual vendor show, and you can kind of shop with your eyes. And then when you make a purchase, I have a spreadsheet that has their website, the discount code, the percentage off, and then you can kind of just shop that way. Sounds like a blast. So to get in, all you have to do is pay me $1,000. I'm just kidding. It's absolutely free to join. You won't get in before the clock strikes midnight. And then 24 hours later, I delete the whole group. I know it sounds wild, but it sounds FOMO-inducing. And if you're wondering if I did that on purpose, I did. As good marketers, we have to capitalize on FOMO. But I think you're going to really like the list of vendors. So allow me, as the only person on the podcast today, to kind of read who we got and what they've got for you. So we have the Bakery Business Planner. It is a fun planner for cookiers by cookiers. So they've developed a nice set of just more than a planner. I think she even has no order taking paper, pen and paper. If you're a pen and paper person, I think Nicole Stolva is. I think a lot of the people who do Facebook Lives love them some pen and paper. And this would be a nice little treat for you. Now, I know she's also giving away a set, but she's also giving you 20% off that day. Sweet Frosted by Casey. If you know that pencil cookie cutter, you know Sweet Frosted. She's doing 20% off as well. Let me keep going through this list. Lovebird Cookies is Meredy and James Martin. Now, Corey did not know how to make mac. She took a class from the Mac Martins, and now she does. That's how effective they are at telling you what you're doing wrong and how to stop doing it. They're doing 20% off their class, and they're also offering a door prize of their large t-shirts, which if you've seen them, I know they sent me too. They're amazing, but they're so cute. It's these little, I can't even describe it to you. They'll post about it in the group. Sam's Cookie Company from Sam's Cookie University. If you're into 3D printing, you better be in her group. Most of her stuff she gives you away for free for 24 hours, and then it moves to her paid membership, which is what she's offering off on Black Friday, 20% off. That is a great one. It also comes with so many STL files, and she's constantly adding more. Jessica Genzel, she's my girl with reverse calendaring. But she is teaching classes on baking. And I think she even taught a hot cocoa bomb class, and people absolutely loved it. So if you like how she teaches, which is amazingly, you're going to definitely want to get that at 20% off. Mulberry Treats. Kim has these hilarious cookie calendars. She is offering, not only is she giving you 20% off on the cookie calendar for 2022, she is giving away felt garland. I don't know. That's her door prize. I'm not sure if I was supposed to keep that a secret. She's super stoked about it. Cute cookie kits. Well, Lauren Smith and her mom kind of teamed up. They're doing a door prize to give away a full set of cutters. But in addition to that, 20% off their cookie cutter shop, which you all asked for cookie cutters. And boy, did these people deliver. The Sugar Pod Dallas, she is amazing. She has a bunch of baking ingredients, and she is giving away, I know she also has a door prize, but she is giving you guys a 20% discount for her shop, and she has the cutest stuff. Dallas, I did get your package in the mail. It was the cutest thing. Of course, you know, like Dallas has to be so extra. The package is so heavy. It's wrapped in adorable tape, and then everything inside the package is absolutely painfully cute. I'm sure Corey's the baker of the two of us. She will enjoy it, but I will enjoy snacking on that stuff. We have brown bag cookie cutters. If you don't know Monica Stamber, you got to be living under a rock. This lady is everywhere. She has the fake cookie. I know I'm slaughtering the name, but she's got a hilarious cookie. We can practice on it. And then she is giving us a 20% discount code that you'll get on Friday. I'll have it pinned in the announcements of that group that will be deleted. And then she's also giving away one of her classic golden turtles. If you end up with a golden turtle, you get a set of, I think it was 12 cutters for free, but you get a set of cutters for free. Awesome. Now, Stephanie, OMG, Goodness Homestead is giving away her awesome jams. She actually just finished her website on cast iron yesterday, and she is doing a 20% off there. Mac people, pay attention. Cheerful Cutters is Lauren Jacobs. She taught a Facebook Live in the group on Canva. She's just as gifted at cookie cutters, and she'll be giving a 20% discount code. Love it. She has some really cute cutters. The Cookie Box Club by Carla is doing 20% off using code The Twins. I have in this spreadsheet what they all include. So the Cookie Box Club, I'm just going to kind of read this. Cookie cutters, stencils, digital downloads, scribes, planners, cookie packaging, and beads, of course, it says in parentheses. Sugar Dash Co. with Meredith. She's doing awesome. I think that she's doing this like fun giveaway. If you guess the cutter, you get a box of cutters, which is amazing. That's her door prize, but she also is giving us 25% off for her cookie cutter shop. So if you are on a budget, please do not read this list. Please do not join the group. You will not survive. Your budget won't make it. But I think budgeting is more of a January thing. I don't think we got to worry about it here in November. A big one is AE Core backers. They're doing the biggest discount code we've gotten from them yet. So this trumps anything that's been in the group yet. That's 25% off. I do feel like they might sell out. So you're going to definitely want to snag those the minute you get in that group. Sugar.cookies. Dottie is adorable. She's doing 30% off of transfers. Anything on the transfer page on her website. That is 30% off, which is awesome. Thank you, Dottie. Blue Jacket Baker Amber. Let me pull up what she has got here. Oh, digital downloads. The digital downloads are awesome. You guys are going to save a ton there. She is doing 30% off. There you go, Amber, just tempting us. So Sarah from Sarah Grace Cookie Academy, she is doing a blast one. Love her discount code. I'll give it to you on Friday. But she's 20% off of her classes. And her class, I know some of you are pending, and I asked nosily what you guys wanted out of the vendor blender. And some of you are like, hey, I'm just getting started. And if you're just getting started, or you're in cookies and you want to kind of scale up and hone in your skills, she's got a lot of classes that you guys can look through there. More Decor. Marilyn, she is doing, let me pull this up. I'm sorry, I'm just one person. Cookie cutters, stencils, digital downloads, and scribes. Oh my. Then where is her name? She is doing 20% off. Cast Iron is actually a free platform. They are our sponsor, but they wanted to be involved in this. So Emily said, how can I be involved? And I said, you know what? Those shop canvas lamps, they're really cool. And she was like, absolutely. So they're handling just a door prize, but they'll also walk you through the Cast Iron platform. If you're looking for a website, definitely a contender. I'll talk more about them later. Now, Vanessa is doing a cool one. She is kind of notoriously the logo designer in the group, and she decided that she would offer you 20% off of her logo packages if you buy it through the Black Friday vendor blender. But she also wanted to be involved in a door prize. So as long as you already have a logo, or you've at least purchased a logo from her, she will be giving one person a social media kit. And that's we talk about branding. This is it. Thank you for this, for that one. She just taught a Facebook Live on meaningful logos as well, which you can find in the group. Jeannie's Dream. If you like Jeannie, Jeannie has Jeannie. I don't know, Jeannie. Jeannie, is her name Jeannie and the products are Jeannie? Corey and I were having this discussion, but she has some really cool stuff. So the Creative Cookier is offering us 20% off. I gotta say, there's just so much on our website. I even published the list of these people's websites so you could kind of build out what you want, your wish list, and then use those discount codes on Friday. But there's a little bit of everything. I feel like Corey's going to snag some of that meringue powder before it sells out. It's like the gold rush of meringue powder these days, right? Sweet Sugar Cookies is Christine. She's doing 20% off, and I'm pretty sure she said she had a door prize. I didn't write it down yet. I got to go back through my emails, but let me go back through what she's got. Stencils, digital downloads, cooking ingredients, Jeannie products, mold, stencil storage, and edible images. Whew, gotta take a breath after that one. Eat Me Creations. Mira, she is offering t-shirts. They just launched today, her shop. She got it ready for you guys. That will be great. She's offering 25% and the discount code is hilarious. I Heart Maine is Angela Watts. She's actually a laser engraver, and I shouldn't be telling us, but she's either going to engrave a cutting board or a wooden spoon with somebody's logo, and that will be her door prize. But she's offering 20% off for her laser engraving, among other things that she offers. Home Sweet Bakery, if you know Sol, Sol Cruz and her recipes. Now, Sol is extra in every way, and she is also extra in her discount code, which is 50% off on Friday. So 50%, if you're thinking about recipes or buying new recipes or adding some new recipes to your list, you get 50% off. I don't think she's run a discount code like this before, she said. And I told her she was crazy, and she said, I know it and I love it. So she is awesome. Bakery Tico, Courtney Carey, the prompt queen. She taught a Facebook Live in the group on Instagram marketing. If you know who Courtney is, you probably have about 20 of her shirts, and she is not stopping there. She has a cool Shirt of the Month club and everything. If you haven't joined Bakery Tico, the Facebook group, do, but also 20% off on Friday for her t-shirts. Now, you all begged her. I think it was against her will. I think she signed up because she just felt bad and she wanted you guys to be happy, but you guys tagged her over and over again, which is awesome. Now, Amanda Porter came out with an app that literally launched this morning. Her and her husband realized that Amanda had a shopping problem. I'm just kidding. She did. She has a cutter problem. So she got him to develop an app to organize her cookie cutters. Then enough people realized they would like that app too, so they launched it today. Her door prize is pretty crazy. 50% off for the first 5 signups. Now, I think it's a subscription. So I'm not sure if we can sign up yearly or monthly. I have to check, but hey, that's nice. Half off, right? And for anybody else who signs up on Black Friday, it's 20% off. Sweet Pink Olive, we love her. She's getting into the airbrush game and is offering a brand new airbrush. Now, it's on pre-order, so if you order it on Black Friday, you'll get it in 2 months when she gets them from shipment. But you'll also get 25% off just by being patient, which is great. Moving on. Bees Baked Art Supplies with Jennifer. Crazy, 20%. A lot of you guys are really excited to see her name, so that is awesome that she's giving you guys 20% off there. Cake Witchcraft Bacon Business is giving us a free twin pack of classes. She teaches classes 2 specifically, and she helps us kind of get our business where we need it to be able to cover our costs, right? So at the end of the day, marketing is about making money, and then she's going to teach us 2 specific classes I thought were really fun. More Than Cake Corp with Jackie. She is actually, it doesn't matter. If you buy from her on Friday using the discount code, you get a royal mix, a royal icing premix included in your order, and then 2 people will win an adjustable tabletop, tablet, and smartphone stand. Lady doesn't know no bounds. Molly Rays with Molly Kelderman. She is so funny. She was like, hey, Heather, my dream is to work out of a van, so I'm signing up to the vendor blender. And I think she is wild, and I love it. She is doing a total refund for 1 order placed on Friday. That is her door prize, and then she's giving us 20% off as well. Busy Bakers with Nicole is doing 20% off. Thank you so much, Nicole. Denise with Whisk Warrior is teaching a class, and that will be 25% off if you buy it on Friday with this discount code. Johnson's Customs Creations, she's doing 20% off, and that will be fun. And then signed up today, you guys are crazy, and is signed up with Whiskey Business Print Studio, and that is designing your own baking t-shirt on our website so you can get a custom one-of-one t-shirt. That is a list, folks. So to recap, the Black Friday vendor blender is this Friday, 11/26. Day after Thanksgiving, I'll open the doors at midnight Eastern Standard Time on 11/25, and I'll delete the entire group at midnight Eastern Standard Time on 11/26. To find the group, search Black Friday Vendor Blender, parentheses, Sugar Cookie Marketing if it doesn't pop up, but I did tag it a bunch of times in the main group, so you should be fine there. It should be a blast. I'll have a little bit of a Q&A kind of pinned at the top when you guys get in, so you're not just confused, but you'll also have a spreadsheet that you guys are free to screenshot or download to shop from these people. My only requirement to them is that they had a discount code for the day. I did not require them to have that discount code last after that. So once the group's deleted, those discount codes may not be available, which means you should probably use them on Black Friday. Some people had great questions. They said, are we limited to how much we can buy? Absolutely not. The only limitation is the vendors and their inventory. So if they have only a certain amount of AE core backers ready to go and she sells out, then she sells out. So there is that whole FOMO, did I wait too long? But you could wait because throughout the day, each vendor is allowed to make 3 to 4 posts. If they're doing a door prize, they get an extra post to tell you how to enter that door prize and how to win, what they're offering. And then they get 2 posts, but it could be a video post or an image post telling you about their products, and they each get a Facebook Live. I encourage them all today to take part in a Facebook Live, so I think that they will, and then they can post that throughout the day anytime. Because we're all in different time zones, I didn't want anyone to feel that they had to be up in the middle of the night when I'm definitely asleep. So I think that should be fun. I did ask them to include where they're willing to ship if they have a physical product, but to my Canadians and my Australians who keep asking those digital downloads, the apps and stuff, I do think it would be worth your time. Plus, who just doesn't want to see what's up for sale, It should be fun. Okay, that's a Black Friday vendor blender. It is this Friday. I'm excited. I'm excited for you guys to get some discounts. I'm excited for the vendors to make some money. And I think it's just fun. I obviously love shopping. So as long as I hope no one offers a Dyson blow dryer because I'll just have to buy it. I have a weakness for that, right? Moving on to the business of baking. Since it's just me, I just wanted to tell you guys what I've been working on. So I do feel like, I hate to say it, I do feel like TikTok and Instagram Reels are the future. They call it short form video, and I don't think it's going anywhere fast, except for up. To just have us sit on our bum heinies and not capitalize on Instagram Reels and TikToks, I think is literally letting marketing pass us by. And I know some of you guys are like, well, I have never posted a reel before. Hey, me either. But this past week, I made a promise to myself to kind of understand this platform, both of those platforms, and test short form video and see what works and what doesn't. From using their trending audio to using my own external audio, captions or not, stickers or not, hashtags or not, I am testing it. But I can tell you this, that on Instagram, we've reached 10,000 accounts from Reels. Most of those, predominant majority of those were users who'd never heard us before. And I hate to admit, but can't not accept that those numbers are quite insane. I'm also tracking that on TikTok right off the bat. From what I can see, comparing both platforms to each other, Instagram is by far reaching more accounts for us. Now, things to note is that on Instagram, we had quite a few more followers when we started this challenge. I think on Instagram, we were around 3,000 to 5,000. And on TikTok, well, I got my phone right here. Let me just check it real quick to see what we've got. But if you're not used to TikTok, don't worry. We have 1,500 followers on TikTok. So there's a ratio there of how many more followers we had on Instagram. Now, here's the thing. Our target audience is you guys. And most of you guys are on Instagram and not TikTok. So think about your audience. And now I know some of you guys are like, well, my audience is 50. They are not on TikTok. I would say that maybe they'll be finding themselves there in the next couple months. If not now, Reels, when I post to Reels, Facebook, Instagram, they're owned by the same company, says, hey, would you like us to post these Reels to Facebook? And I can even see analytics to see how many people watched my Reel, my Instagram Reel posted to Instagram, how many of them watched it on Facebook. Now, to repurpose content so that we can make content work for us, I'm taking the same video that I record on an external camera because I felt like it. have a little bit more control. And I'm posting it to TikTok. I'm posting it to Instagram Reels. I'm posting it to Instagram Stories. I will be posting it to Pinterest as an idea pin. And I'm also posting it to the Facebook page feed. And then you're going to start seeing the group that I'll be posting it there just to see where this content truly performs best. But I do feel like short form video is the future of marketing. So my challenge to you guys would be this. If you don't have TikTok downloaded, download it. It does not much skin off your back. I think you got to just attach it to a phone number and just kind of get acquainted with the platform. If you don't do anything this week, just try downloading it. There's something called the For You page that pre-populates even if you don't do anything on the app, and just start. I'm going to warn you, actually, don't watch too many videos. It is kind of addicting, but just kind of frequent yourself with this platform and the media type that performs well on it. I do think that we will all have to make peace with the fact that we will need to record our cookie decorating in our faces and kind of put our fear of standing in front of the camera behind us if we truly want to capitalize on marketing. Now, I'm a person who's kind of like, if it's not perfect, I'm not going to post it. And then the algorithm on TikTok was so dialed in that it was some random stranger saying, stop waiting for things to be perfect. You're missing out on major opportunities. Just post it. Hey, I do got to agree. If you make a post, just post it. Even if it doesn't perform, even if you have no followers, get yourself acquainted with this kind of new form of marketing, which is short content, short video content. So on Instagram, you can only post a reel. It's different than an Instagram story, a reel that is 60 seconds or less. On TikTok, you can go up to 3 minutes. So if we want to repurpose this content, I would recommend that most of your videos be around just under a minute so you can post it to both TikTok and to Instagram. And again, to your stories, to your feed, to your page, and things like that. I do think that this is kind of the future of marketing. Okay, I think that wraps us up. I think I had the altar call. There was tears. You guys are downloading TikTok. You're getting on Instagram Reels. Also, another thing, just like a bonus tip, is a lot of people use one Instagram account as both personal and business. I'd recommend separating those out. It's not against Instagram's terms of service to have more than one account. I would make your work account follow your target audience. I know it's tempting to follow other cookiers and get inspo, but I would use your personal account for that. What we want to do is have that target audience on that business account really dialed into our audience that we'd like to sell to. So again, following local businesses in your area, following local people in your area. I get the question all the time said, should I follow a private account? I don't follow a private account unless I've met that person. So if someone took our cookie class, turned around and followed us, and they are a private account, sometimes I will request to do that. But I like to follow any venues that we work with or host classes in. I like to follow any nearby restaurants. And then I like to engage. So just following is not enough. We like to engage with those people to be like, hey, love your content. P.S. I'm right here. Buy from me. And again, the engagement I post isn't that I am able to sell to them. It's just that, hey, I'm here and I'm helping you. So maybe you can help me. It really is an effective strategy. Okay. Moving on, we have the Cookie College. It is open if you guys would like to join us. It is thecookiecollege.com. You can see a couple offerings, but what I'm walking people through in the Cookie College this week is creating an in-person or a virtual event using Eventbrite. I know that's very specific, but it's something a lot of you guys ask for, so we like to teach the Cookie kids, the Cookie College kids, just that. Why would you use Eventbrite? I am lazy, and my strategy is to be as lazy as possible, and Eventbrite handles people management really well. So if somebody purchases a sugar cookie class ticket from me, I don't necessarily ever have to talk to them until the day of class because Eventbrite will remind them multiple times. It will tell them where they need to go. It'll tell them how to redeem their ticket. It enforces my return policy. It just does a really phenomenal. And if somebody wants a refund, they can request it. I can make a decision. Eventbrite handles that kind of corporate veil between the two of us, I guess. It's a really nifty way. Now, is anything that is nifty free? No, Eventbrite does take a cut. For me, in my business, I do find that their cut is worth it. On a $70 ticket, I think they take about $5.60. Now, could I pass that on to the client? Yes, I could. Do I? No, I actually eat it unless it's a private event. Then I usually pass that on to the client. So the client pays a straight up $70. I get $70 less $5.60, and I think there might be a credit card processing fee. It's all on their website, but then I don't have to worry about managing people. Eventbrite also has a virtual option, which they unveiled at the beginning of COVID. So they handle the connection between the Eventbrite event, the virtual event, and a Zoom account. I'm pretty sure you have to have a paid Zoom account, and I do, to connect those two, but it gives them the link. It handles them attending and clicking through, and who showed up, who didn't, and what happened. It even tells you where they came from, how they found your event, and things like that. For me, it is worth it. It also allows me to feature my event in Eventbrite's search engine. Now, can you create a free Eventbrite event? Yes, you can. But then that means you're selling tickets without collecting money. Eventbrite's only free if you don't make any money. So at the point that you're like, hey, I'm going to start accepting cash here, Eventbrite says, Boo Bear, you got to pay me my cut. So for those of you who are thinking, well, maybe I'll just I'll create an Eventbrite event that says free, but I'll charge them when they get there. Now you could be chasing payments. Always reminds me of the Adele song, like Chasing Pavement. Horrifying to try to get money after the fact. So it is worth it to me to get paid up front, and then to enforce my return policy or my exchange or my credit. They do have a credit option as well. So some people who ask for a refund because they can't make the class, but it's after my refund cutoff date, I usually say, hey, can't do a refund, but what I can do is a class credit. So I still get paid. They get to still come to a class, and I don't have to deal with that awkward, like, hey, I'm going to take your money and you didn't get anything for it, which is always a pain. So that is what I'm covering in the course this week. It will be pre-recorded, and you can walk through it step by step, from how to get on an Eventbrite, how to create an account, how to create an event account, because you can also be an end user, and things like that. So again, that's thecookiecollege.com. If you want to sign up, you'll get access to all the courses we've already taught, which I think is about 40, and you'll get all the courses up to the 30 days, in which case, if you want to stick with us, hit the renewal period, and you'll get the next month's courses. Okay, that brings us into voicemails, which Corey kind of begged. Would that be the correct word? Begged you guys to call in. I'm just going to play some of these for you guys. And some of you guys had some questions, but thank you so much for the birthday wishes too. We're going to get through all of these. Let's get started.
Hey, twins. My name's Selena. I am the owner, OG dork, and cookie artist at Cookie Dork Bakery. I wanted to first say I love you guys. You're awesome. I love the podcast. Love the group, love the college, love, love, love. I had a quick question around redirecting a website. So I am, like I said, I'm the cookie dork, and I spell it. I broke one of the cardinal rules. I spell it DORK, so cookie dork. And I love it, and my customers love it and all of that, but I know that it's, with the weird spelling, and so that's a no-no, but it works for me. And so I have cookiedork.com, but it occurs to me that maybe I should get Cookie Dork with the traditional spelling of dork.com and just have it redirect to my actual website. And so I was looking into that, and I saw that there are essentially two different types of redirects, either a 301 or a 302. And I was just curious if you had thoughts on which one is better to use in this case, because the traditional spelling of Cookie Dork is not going to be built as a website at any point. It's just going to simply be a redirect to my actual website. And so I don't want to use the wrong one and somehow mess up, I don't know, SEO or something else when it comes to all of the techie digital website stuff. So I'd love your input on whether a 301 or a 302 is better, or if you have suggestions on kind of how to set that particular redirect up. Or if it's even a good idea. So love you guys. I would love your input, and can't wait to hear the next podcast. Thanks. Bye.
Okay, that's actually a really, really good question. And if it sounded complicated, it is, but it also isn't. So basically, I'm going to give you an example. If my website was heathermiracletwins.com, but I spelt twins with a Z, should I also reserve the domain name Heather Miracle Twins with an S? Now, she's asking a really great question. She said she spelled, if you missed it, she spelled dork, D-O-U-G-H, like dough, and then R-K, dork, like a play on names. Now, here's what she's saying is when I go tell people I'm the cookie dork, they're going to type in D-O-R-K. That's the way dork is naturally spelled. It's so funny that we're using dork in this example. I think it's hilarious. So she's saying, should I reserve the domain name that is spelled correctly? And I'm going to say absolutely, 100%. great theory. Now she's saying, so should I get the correctly spelled domain? Yes. Regardless, sit on it, because otherwise, if you don't, somebody could come in and say, hey, I'm the Cookie Dork spelled correctly, and now we're in competition with each other, and we don't want that. So I do that for a lot of our clients is we'll go and we'll squat on domains, even if we don't intend to use them. We just want to make sure that nobody else can. Sounds selfish, right? But it does cost you money. So there's not much of an SEO strategy of just reserving random domain names, so don't go do that. But misspellings or variations of your name, frankly, if I could get cookiecollege.com, I would. We're thecookiecollege.com. Cookie College is squatted on, and I can buy it for like $5,000. I love you guys. It's not worth that much to me. So I didn't do it. Okay, her next question, redirects. So she's saying which you can set up a redirect, which means I can type in a domain name, heathermiracle.com, and I can have it redirect to corymiracle.com. Those aren't websites. Don't worry about it. I own both of those domain names, actually. I should get Corey's redirecting to mine. But she's saying there's two types of redirects when I log in. There's a 301 and a 302. Now, 302 means temporary redirect, which is something we do if we want to tell search engines like, hey, right now my website's not accessible, but don't write me off. I'll be back. A 302 is a temporary redirect, which you can turn off when you're done. Let's say if there is a reason you needed to redirect to somebody else, and then now you don't need it anymore. You basically told search engines, hey, I'm still here. Don't pass my search engine juices onto that other website. I'll be back. Now, 301 redirect says, hey, I will not be back. Do pass that juice along. I am going to be on this other domain. This first domain is no longer my primary domain. Pass the juices along. That said, she's asking which one should be her primary domain. Because she has the ability to purchase both of those domains, I would recommend the one she's had longer being the primary, so the incorrect spelling, and have the corrected spelling be the redirect. To rank for the word dork is not going to help us so much in SEO, and ideally we'd want the brand name, but her brand name is the misspelling. So because it's a unique spelling, she can even probably she's probably the only person ever fighting for that word anyways, cookie dork, because nobody else has it. So I would recommend this. Do purchase the other domain name with the correct spelling. Do redirect 301, that corrected spelling, to the incorrect spelled website, your brand name, and make the incorrect spelled website be your primary website where you post everything. I wouldn't want a primary website redirecting to that would not be ideal for SEO, but that was a great question. And thank you so much for the birthday wishes, Selena. I appreciate you. And that is a very great question. Moving on to Samantha. Let me play this for you.
Hi, Heather and Corey. Happy birthday. This is Samantha Young from Sam's Sweets in Sunbury, Ohio. I love the podcast. You're both so relatable, so I don't have a favorite. Here's my backstory. In July, I decided to take off from baking until November so that I could help coach my daughter's volleyball team. At the end of August, I injured my dominant hand. It should have healed by the end of the season, so it wasn't going to interfere with my business plans. I worked on some recipes. I changed my content publishing to 1 to 2 times a week from every day. I got my Square website all set up during that break, but my pinky didn't heal correctly. And so I'm still wearing a splint until at least mid-December. I'm being very careful not to re-injure it because I do want a functioning finger, so no Thanksgiving or Christmas orders for me. I've had to turn away several possible orders. I'm not sure if I'm turning those no's into yeses with my response, but I've told clients, unfortunately, I've had to temporarily close my business because of a finger injury. I hope to be back to baking and decorating in the new year, and I'd love to work with you on future events. You might try contacting these other local bakers for this order. Is there anything that you would do differently? Also, in regard to Instagram and Facebook, I've been sharing some updates in my copy and been sharing pics of older orders, but I have not been creating much because I can't, and I haven't figured out what sort of content to put into Reels other than what I was doing before. So I assume Instagram is still favoring Reels, but I haven't actually been spending a lot of time on Instagram, so I really don't know. Most Reels end up annoying me. So I just look at my favorite content creators. Anyway, so my plan is then to just focus on Valentine's Day and just skip the rest of this year. But is there anything that I should be doing in this next couple of months here until I can really start pushing for Valentine's Day orders again and make sure that my finger is actually working so that I can continue to create? Thanks so much, and I hope that you guys get a chance to answer my questions. Thank you.
That is a great question as well. Look at all these really great questions. Thank you guys so much for calling in. So she said, am I handling turning people away correctly? The only thing I'd add to that, I think you're doing a wonderful job. I would also say, if you would like to place an order after January, use my order form because we do want to get those sales if we can. Granted, for the near future, passing them off to another cookier in your area is really awesome. But hey, if they're going to be around when you're going to open up shop again, have an order form. If you wonder which order form I prefer right now, Jot form. If you want to collect payment, if you just want kind of like a freer option, Jot form is free. There are some stipulations, but Google Forms is 100% free regardless. You just can't accept payment. But again, those events are a little bit farther in the future. I'm a payment upfront girl myself, but if you just want an inquiry, I would create a Google form and say, hey, after this date, if you'd like to place an order. It also might place a little bit of an idea in their head to get ahead on upcoming events, like you said, Valentine's Day and Easter and things like that. Goodness, that was loud, but I'm not overriding this. You guys got to live with that giant ding. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get the blender event together, and so people are asking me questions. Okay, and I'm going to move on here. But Samantha, back with the Reels thing, girl, it was almost you that led me to feature it in today's podcast. I do think it's something you should focus on as a goal for Q1 2022. They do say if you could post once a day, that would be ideal. I'll let you know what I find. I have been keeping up with the posting of once a day. I've heard someone say 5 a day, and I'd rather honestly pass away than post 5 times a day every day. But to their benefit, they're saying just film something and post it. Stop overthinking it. Stop getting lighting and audio and everything dialed in. Just post content. And if you see that people like Tanya Clowers, she just knocks it out of the park and it has paid off. Guardy's Goodies, she's just absolutely slaying it on TikTok. I think she has 650,000 followers. Yeah, that wasn't a typo. That was just amazing. And she got onto the platform early. So I feel like we're still in early adopters for both Reels and TikToks. I wouldn't say we're at early adopters for Instagram at all, just the Reels feature. So Samantha, you and me, girl, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. Okay, and the next voicemail.
Hey, ladies. My name is Acacia from Orlando, Florida. I know you guys have been over here already several times. I just wanted to call. It's the day before your birthday. I don't know if you guys are going to have time for this, but I just wanted to call and wish you ladies a happy birthday. Thank you guys so much for just helping us all out and everything that you guys do, every information you guys give. Literally, I'm always cracking up with you guys, and my family thinks I'm a weirdo because I'll be decorating and just laughing out of nowhere. So, yeah, just wanted to say happy birthday, and I hope you guys enjoy an amazing day. All right, bye.
You are so nice. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes. I'm going to say this thing. It kind of messed me up, and I'm going to mess you guys up. They said, so I turned 33 yesterday, right? So they said, you aren't turning 33, you're ending the 33rd year. Because when you're born, you're 0 until your first birthday. And your first birthday is essentially ending your first year on the planet. Anyway, so I'm not sure if I'm 33 or 34 now. But if that was going to ruin my week, I needed it to ruin your weeks as well. Okay, moving on to Courtney, voicemail number 4.
Happy birthday! Happy birthday to my favorite twin. This is Courtney Lynn from Sugar Cookie Marketing, obviously. I was going to text in, but then I on the last podcast story was like, please call and leave me a voicemail because it's my birthday, even though she's a twin. Happy birthday, Heather. I love you guys both. Thank you so much for all that you do
Here's to many more crazy adventures at 33. And I can't wait to keep making fun of you online. Love you both. Bye.
Courtney is hilarious. If you've not met her, at least online, you are truly missing out. That girl is a hoot. She also won that cast iron snapper giveaway and took some really cute photos. Of course, she was like, I went to Target and I bought a billion things. It cost me $1 million. So I'm glad I saved on the photo shoot. Courtney, you were hilarious. Moving on to 2 songs. I cannot wait to play these for you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Heather and Corey. Happy birthday to you. Have a great one. Thanks for all you do.
Why is that so adorable? Granted, you didn't leave your name. So whoever you are out there, I think if there was a giant red button in front of me and I turned it and my chair would turn around and I'd choose you on my team, I definitely would. You and voicemail number 2.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Miracle Twins. Happy birthday to you. Thank you guys for everything you do. Goodbye. This is Elizabeth.
I love the way she said goodbye. I wish I could make that my voicemail, but it would only just say that. It would just say goodbye. And then I hope they'd figure out to just send me a text because I don't like checking voicemail almost as much as I don't like calling people. If you ever call into the podcast, though, good news, we won't answer. That's the best part of the podcast. You can leave a voicemail or you can send in a text. The phone number is 571-556-5644, and you can ask your questions or, better yet, sing me happy birthday. Even though my 30 billionth birthday apparently is not until 363 days? No, 64. Okay, we have some awesome text messages. Somebody said, I need to know if y'all are Swifties. As in, please don't be in love with someone else. I feel like singing it, although I do not want your dogs to bark and glass to shatter. But yeah, I was born in 1988. Of course, I'm a Swiftie. I grew up listening to everything Taylor has ever sung and now everything she has ever resung. We have a text from 573 saying, is there a podcast saying happy birthday to you? Yeah, if you listened to the last week's podcast, you guys heard Corey beg for birthday wishes, which you guys all did. 214 said, happy birthday, ladies. You two are such a joy. I hope today is everything you guys would want and wanted and more. P.S. Did you check the mailbag? This is your reminder to do it before the podcast. We did. Okay, so I don't want to spoil this mailbag. There's some funny things in it. You guys are hilarious. If that is Dallas, though, Dallas sent us the coolest stuff. I got to post about it because she is one of the vendors in the vendor blender. And if it's anything like what she just sent me, holy smokes, it's so cute and it's so high quality. It makes me feel bad about my packaging. 440 said, happy birthday, twins. Sorry about my weird voicemail. I was doing a Target pickup and I got distracted. Oh, that's why she said goodbye at the end. Also, I want to say I have one of those amazing chairs. Oh, she has one of the chairs that I have. And I think this is Elizabeth Toth, who I love. She's absolutely talented when it comes to photography. But the leaning, kneeling chairs, guys, this is my first full week with it. I love it. Going on, you guys are amazing. Hold on. I'd sign me out of my ever-loving Callfire account. Now, a lot of you ask about that. Like, what do we use for phone calls here? What we use is callfire.com. Now, I think a lot of you guys were using Google Voice, and I think some of you told me it was no longer free. I've not used Google Voice. I prefer Callfire because I like spending money. I'm just kidding. I prefer Callfire because it kind of manages that whisper forwarding a little bit better than Google Voice. If you don't know what whisper forwarding is, if you call into the podcast and I wanted to answer the phone, it would forward that phone call to my personal number. And right before I answer, it would say, hey, this is a call from Sugar Cookie Marketing. So I could put on my professional voice and sound all fancy. Let me read on to the rest of these texts, guys. You guys are awesome. Corey should be proud of you. This is Michaela, owner of Kaya's Creations in Ohio. Happy birthday to you and happy birthday to the best twins ever. Happy birthday to you. Thank you so much for everything you do, from managing and organizing these incredible groups to helping us with anything we need, such as photography, copy, and much needed laughter. You both have changed my entire view of business and marketing, and I continue to learn and laugh every day. Of course, I couldn't end this without a pun. So have an egg, salent, tea, rific, toad, Ali, amazing B day because you deserve it and more. P.S. Check the mailbag. Darn it, I gotta go check the mailbag again. You guys are hilarious. 623, Jessica from, this is Jessica. She's one of the vendors in the Black Friday vendor blender as well. She said, happy birthday, twinsies. I hope that you both have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for all you do. Joining Sugar Cookie Marketing has been one of the best things to happen to me this year, and I'm beyond grateful to both of you. Enjoy your day, and here's to the best year yet for both of you, from Jessica. Jessica's also teaching live, whether she remembers it or not, on reverse calendaring. If you haven't heard of it, it's a really cool concept. Basically, hey, here's when I need to have this order done by, so what has to happen to make sure I'm on time for this order, and then you build your calendar backwards off of that due date. Really cool. 217 says, happy birthday, twinners, from Susie's Sweets. In the 217, it's already your birthday on the East Coast, but I'll be snoozing by the time this hits midnight Central Time, huh? You guys are such a blessing to my biz, and I couldn't be more grateful to you. All my friends and fam know exactly what I'm talking about when I say the twins. LOL, poor family. They're probably like, what is this crazy bead fueled cult that she's joined? I love it though. 585 says, hello ladies, happy birthday ×2. I absolutely love listening to the podcast. You remind me of my sister and I. Hopefully I'm the better sister. And you've helped my business so much. I rave about you to all my family and friends and tell them to listen. Poor family again. Keep up the great work. And now that I have you logged into my phone, I'm sure to ask more questions. Have a great birthday, Anna from A2 Creative Bakery. Anna, that is so awesome. 269. This one's funny. She said, hey, Twinicles, just wanted to wish you the big old happy birthday to you both. Y'all happen to share a birthday with my daughter, who is a legit miracle. So, of course, now I'll remember it forever. Thank you both for adding so much knowledge and fun to the lives of everyone in the Sugar Cookie Marketing Group. Y'all are seriously changing the game for so many of us, and I am so grateful. Hope you each have an amazing day being celebrated by one of your loves, Eddie and Robert De Niro. If you guys don't remember Robert De Niro, I paid him $100. Turns out it wasn't real Robert De Niro, but he just really put in some effort there. I think everything is great. One of the cookie collegers said, please don't kick me out of the cookie college. I'm going to get there and learn. I've just got to get logged in. She says, but I had to just get through the holidays. Happy early birthday. I think, here's one from 815. This came on the 17th. She says, happy birthday, twins. Pretend this came on the 22nd. So that is super funny. Heather Benzel actually asked last week about cast iron when it comes to states that don't allow, I'm sorry, I just saw her text. That's why I went off in left field. She said states who don't allow internet sales because they're stuck in the dark ages, how could they use cast iron? Now, cast iron isn't a payment processor like Square is, but they do use Stripe. Stripe is actually what we use for the Cookie College, a very robust system, and Stripe has a point of sale system just like Square does. So if you wanted to be on cast iron and you didn't want to take orders online, you would have people pay at time of pickup, and you would use one of Stripe's card readers if you wanted to keep it all in the same account. So, it's unfortunate. I think that is a law that should be changed, but laws don't change themselves. We have to actually do something about it, and I think that we all should. Okay, as I'm chugging along here through the podcast, I've taken up a lot of your guys' time for just one twin talking, but I wanted to get through those nice voicemails and messages, and you guys posted in the group, and it was so great. If Corey wanted anything more from you guys, I don't think you could possibly have delivered it. You guys knocked it out of the park. Upcoming events, we have Everything Isomalt with Brooke Taylor. That is November 30th. Photography tips with a Cheater Pumpkin Eater. That, again, is Kimberly, who is also a vendor blender vendor. She sells these really funny calendars. Reverse calendaring with Jessica Genzel. I just mentioned that, but that'll be Wednesday, December 1st. Allergies and labeling with Heidi. That'll be Saturday, December 4th. Again, these are all in the Facebook group under Sugar Cookie Marketing Group events, future events. But you can watch all the past events by clicking in the same tab and clicking on past events. Scroll down to the comments section, and their lives are pinned at the top. Okay, I know I have to get to the Meaning of Christmas collab. It's not been posted. You guys have not missed it, but I had to get the Black Friday vendor blender out of the way, which is this Friday. So after I get through this Friday, I'll work on that collab. I've already gone through the list of all the vendors, which is awesome. So moving along, skipping Twinterest because I don't have a twin, but okay. But to our sponsors now, thank you so much to our sponsors because they keep this podcast going, which is not free. We have Eddie Eduardo. They do not run a sale. Actually, they made such an interesting post in the Primera group. Someone said, hey, are you guys offering a discount for Black Friday? And they said, our computer chip that we use in the Eddy was around $4 when we first started making Eddy, and now it's $109. So they're trying to control costs. So they will not be running a discount, but they do have a refurbished program. So you get on the list, and when they have a refurbished unit ready to go, you can snag that up and have yourself an Eddy. Eddy is an edible food printer with FDA approved ink. That is a U.S. approval, and they also have a German distributor, but you can get Eddy in any country. I know I was at CookieCon, and one of the group members, she's like, yeah, I'm from Trinidad and Tobago. Like, as I was walking out of my house, they dropped off my Eddy at my front door, so I haven't had a chance to use them yet. But yeah, I have an Eddy. So you can get an Eddy anywhere. It's around $3,000, so definitely not chump change. But if you have been good this Christmas, maybe Santa can drop one off if you leave that hint around enough. Bakety Bake. Wow, Bakety Bake. Bakety Bake does Royal Batch meringue powder, which she ran out of, then relaunched on, I think it was Friday. It was on the 19th. She sold out within an hour. Then I think she sold out of the 5-pound bag. You can't get a hold of the stuff. If we find out when she restocks, which will be sometime in December, we'll let you know, but holy smokes. But Jeannie's is in the Vendor Blender event, so if you want to snag some of Jeannie's, you can. But I also know that she is not producing any in the month of December, so what is out there is what is out there, which sounds very stressful. As a non-baker, I feel for you guys. And then Cast Iron, who is also involved in the Vendor Blender, will be giving that chopped canvas lamp away. Frankly, even I want one, but you don't even decorate. I don't know, I'm trying with the reels. Maybe I'll start decorating. You guys don't know me. But they are a website platform that is completely free. They take a commission of sales. So if you don't make any sales, you don't have to pay them. It's unlike Square or Shopify, where you do pay that monthly retainer between $14 and like $20. Theirs is free. So if you just wanted to make an account to test it out, it costs you nothing to go all the way to having an actual website. And Emily and Matt are really helpful. And Mark, I think, will be doing the Facebook Live and the Vendor Blender event if you guys want to ask them any questions. Okay. We do have the mailbag. Dallas sent us in something. I'm going to post a photo of it, but Corey, check the mailbag. There is a hilarious, and I'm just going to say, if you thought Greg Garrick was done, he is back, and he is better than ever. Christmas edition. Becca, I didn't even want to steal the thunder. I wanted Corey to post a photo. I'll have to ping her tomorrow to see if she hung it on her Christmas tree that has been up already a month. But yeah, Greg Garrick, he's back. Your nightmares, your dreams, your hopes, he is back. So thank you guys so much for dealing with me talking at the speed of light, just one of us. Corey will be back next week unless you guys vote her off the island. Then you get just me, which I think would be fun. But I would like to encourage you guys to join that Black Friday Vendor Blender event. Oh my goodness, at least Corey can't make fun of me for my verbal typos. But that is this Friday. It is a separate Facebook group. So if you're just in Sugar Cookie Marketing Group, that is not it. You have to look up Black Friday Vendor Blender Sugar Cookie Marketing to find that group and click request to join. I'll let you in on Friday at midnight, and I'll delete you and boot you out on, Thursday at midnight, Friday at midnight. Man, these time zones are just kicking my bum, hiney. Anyways, guys, hope you have an amazing Thanksgiving, because we won't talk to you until after that, but I think that you guys worked really hard, and we're about to work just a little bit harder for Christmas, but you guys have done an amazing job, and I will talk to you next week.